Alright, back with my firearms instructor friend Chris Frank, and we're going to talk about today how to create an advantage. Alright, so we're going to hit on some different things, but the first one that we're going to talk about is utilizing the reactionary gap to your advantage. Okay, so the reactionary gap, if you haven't heard about it before, the Kali guys have brought it to the forefront here in the last several years, more than other people have, and now it's become more common knowledge amongst more combative guys and in the martial arts community thanks to them. But essentially, the reactionary gap capitalizes on action versus reaction, right? And action being faster than reaction when we are in the range that we can touch, okay, without having to take a step forward, okay? So if I can touch him without having to take a step forward, if I can touch without having to step, then whoever acts first, whoever moves first, attacks first, they're pretty much going to land, okay? This is the reality. And so when you hit this line in the sand, and that's what I call it, this line in the sand of the reactionary gap, once you get there, if you don't do something at that point in a street encounter, in a predatory scenario, then you're really rolling the dice. Now, if you're in a bar or other scenarios where we're talking alpha male stuff, or scenarios where your job with law enforcement, banks, or stuff like that, there are scenarios where you have to interact with this space. You've got to deal with that and manage those kind of things. But if you're looking at on the street predatory type scenario where you're enforcing, your verbal boundaries, managing unknown contacts, whatever terminology you want to use, when people disobey your commands or they ignore social etiquette, distance etiquette, and things like that, and they get to this point, you really need to do something, in my opinion. Okay? But once we get here, either I can do nothing and he's going to get the chance to use it to his advantage, or I can use it to my advantage by taking preemptive action. And if I've seen pre-assault indicators, if I'm using my situational awareness, knowing what's normal for my environment, recognizing what's abnormal, and recognizing red flags, and adding all that up to recognizing that, in legalese, that I'm in jeopardy and something is about to go wrong, and then taking and justifying that preemptive action, then I can act first. So this is one of the biggest ways that we can create an advantage for ourselves. So looking at how this works, just mechanically speaking, right, we're going to look at this action versus reaction. So we're going to start this by, I'm going to have my hands down at my side. Chris is going to have his hands down at his side. I can just barely touch him, right? I can just barely touch the glass on the helmet. So I get that first, because in this scenario I'm the one that's taking preemptive action. And Chris can try and deflect my hands any old kind of way he wants to, alright? But I get that first. Ready? You can move when you want, Chris.
Yeah, thanks.
Bob, whatever.
Yep. By the time I see it, by the time it's processed, it's way too late.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready? Sure. Okay, so now, I did this with some other people the other day, and I was like, I really need to film this. So, put your hands up. So, we're just going to leave me a gap here to try and come down the middle. So he can try to parry my hands. Alright? So now he knows it's coming. I mean, even he knows it's going to come right down the middle. He can try and parry my hand, whichever one he wants. Okay?
Yeah.
One more. %.
So I got some hand.
So, the power of utilizing the reactionary gap to your benefit, to create an advantage of acting first, is tremendous. Especially when we say this person doesn't going to know when you're going to launch an attack. So when we do this where, you know, hey man, I don't want any trouble, and he's moving forward, right? I don't want any trouble, man. And he doesn't know it's coming. He thinks he's the bad guy. He thinks he's the predator. But I'm playing, hey man, I don't want any trouble, but I'm the wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm the predator that you thought was the prey, and I'm getting ready to unload on your, you know, okay? He doesn't know. And there's going to be a psychological, you know, role reversal here in a second. And I'm going to destroy him. Right? Okay? And he doesn't know that's coming. So if he can't stop me at this range from putting that finger jab right in his eye with his hands up, knowing it's coming, knowing exactly where it's coming from, with my hands down here, what chance in hell does a bad guy got of stopping that? Not knowing it's coming with my hands here. I don't think he's got it.
Dude.